Welcome, welcome. This is week 6 of 7, and we're going to close the Captains of Crush number 3 next week, week 7 of 7. So here we go. Let's get after it. Starting with the warm-ups. We're getting after it. It's chalk. Knowing that I have to hit heavy singles today, honestly, I've got that nervous, oh, there goes the chalk. Who cares? I've got the nervous energy going. It's a little bit of adrenaline. It's not quite a lot of adrenaline, just nervous energy. So, first set, I always use this gripper, and I don't worry about a set block. I overset it and get super confident. Boom! Got it. To the left hand. Same thing. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze down on. All right. That's exactly what I'm talking about. We're over crushing right now. We're getting warmed up. I wasn't even planning on doing that many reps with that one to warm up, but the whole thing of it is I don't even know if it's anxiety or if it's anxious. I'm just ready to make this happen. We've been going at this for over a month now. Again, for those of you that have been here multiple times, the whole goal tonight is to shove in that gripper and slam it shut because we are going to be working some heavy singles. So in 1 second here, I'm going to get back. I'm going to do one more set. It's again, I've already mentioned it like twice, but I'm just surprised by the amount of somewhat nervous energy I have all over hand grippers. You know what I mean? We're not squatting. We're not doing anything like that. And yet still, it's the world's small. It's not a lot, mind you. It's the world's smallest amount of adrenaline. So I've got my message pinned. I've popped open the page. We're going to re-chalk right now. This will be our last warm-up set before we do our very first actual set. Yes, grip grandbaby. That's a fantastic sign. Every time he's been the first person in the chat, first person to comment, we get after it. So we'll re-chalk. We're in the basement. You guys can't see me. You'll see me later on the stream when I sit on the couch over there and talk shop. But I've got a couple pair of pants on, a couple pair of shirts on, a thick winter hat. We're in Minnesota. I get cold easily. And I need to get the blood flowing to stay warm, to stay everything. Ian, how's it going tonight? What are you up to right now, Ian? Talk to me, bud. So here's what you're going to see. I'm going to shut this gripper 10 times, but each time, I'm going to pass this between the handles, and you're going to see it slam shut. Make sense? Here we go. Boom. Bang, bang, bang. And again, don't be impressed. I'm not impressed. You shouldn't be impressed. I hope nobody's impressed. This is a super easy gripper. It's like a trainer. We are doing this. We are getting warm up. All right, I'm just waking myself up. I had a small little nap. Here we go. Pass it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold. Show them. Boom. That's the last warm-up set. Everything else we're doing now is working. Everything else is making us better. Nice, family time, sweet man. We hit the arcade this morning. We did some family time stuff. But I tell you what, the whole time we were doing our family time stuff, I'm being honest with you, I was thinking about the grippers tonight. Normally we go live at 8:30. I couldn't wait. Hey, thanks for the like, buddy. I appreciate the like. I could not wait to get this started. So we are on, and let me grab the chart. We are on week 6 of 7. I know you can't read this at home. I get it. Week 1, boom, 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 7. You pick your max, you work your way across, and although I had to hand calculate it, you see that? In week 6 of 7, you start hitting heavy singles. So that's what we're doing. These are the tools that we have out on the table tonight. Let me angle it for you. The next sets you see, this line is for my right hand. Beautiful grippers. Who cares? We got to shut them. Yeah, I'm getting amped. I'm ready. This is for the left hand, okay? This guy, this 95 number 2, he's going to make an appearance right here. But these are the suckers that are getting it tonight. So why don't I get after my first actual working set? Now, mind you, this next one's not going to be hard. It's still part of the actual program because we do 6 sets. So it's part of the first one. It's just a really light one. So don't expect anything too hard. Hey, this is why we like Ian. Round of applause. First comment he makes after mine, yeah, I think about gripping all day too. I should, if I were smart, probably take a little longer rest between my sets, right? Give myself more recovery time. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that. I've got the energy now. Again, I've got a little adrenaline. I hate to abuse this fine-looking gripper. Everything about that looks amazing, except that it's standing in my way. This is rated at 66, so I'm going to do this in my right hand. The lines represent where my fingers go on the other side. I'm holding my set block. I'm going to pass this. This is going to go between the handles 10 times. And each time it passes through, I'm going to shut it. Does that make sense to everybody? If not, ask a comment. I will be using this to demonstrate that the handles are opened a minimum distance between each shut. Here we go. Right below the calluses. Bah! Great. Anybody else see the big error I made? I don't care. We'll keep gripping. I was closing this fast, and I ended up pinching this block and removing it from the hand holding it. And once it was stuck between the handles, I just grabbed it like this. Don't care. Here we go, left hand. So that gripper's done for the night. We cleaned that gripper on the stream last night. A lot of you guys who are on now were on for that. I know Ian was. We cleaned it up just for that moment. I hope it was worth it. We won't do any set tonight until we've had a couple good breaths and we are mentally sure that we're going to smash. So this, you might hear some of this. You might hear some of that. I'm holding this in the other hand. You're going to see me squeeze the handles down and then pass it through 10 times. There we go. Might have been 11, but it's shut. Doesn't matter. So here you go. This wonderful, amazing gripper. Done. We cleaned it up last night on the stream, and we put it to bed just as easily. That's a 60-pound hand gripper. What that means is it takes 60 pounds of pressure, right? 60 pounds of pressure to make those two handles touch. Ian, are you hitting grip today? I know you crushed it last night in the middle of the evening. So here's what I should do. I should start making my notes. We have, today's the 10th. It's week 6 of 7 on grippers. We started out with the 66. The 66. And we did that one 10 times by 10. Then we had to jump over to this one, the 60, a fine-looking gripper. Now we did that 10 times. Here's the one small problem. This next set, I think, is the problem set that will trip some people up. I have a couple people who are trying this now because they asked, and I said, sure, why not? This is a massive jump between the first set and the second set. For example, I used a 66-pound gripper in my right hand. Now the next one I do is a 95. So we're speeding up the warm-up. My left hand, that just did a 60, it's jumping up to 85. So my right hand is making a 30-pound jump, more or less, and my left one is making an 85. So when I go to squeeze this gripper, my hand, my nervous system, probably isn't ready for such a large jump. But in order to have some strength later in the workout, I want to make the bigger jumps. Now, it's not really what I want to do. It's what the program says to do, if I'm being honest. So that's what I have to do. I suspect, so I have to do this 8, and I'm going to do it as soon as I'm done talking. I suspect it's going to feel kind of hard. But that's fine, because look at this. After that, we're going to a 104, a 111, a 121. They're smaller jumps. It's just a little shock to the system. I'm going to chalk up. Like we said, we're going 95 in the right hand. Let's get these playboys over here. Going 85 in the left hand. But it is important that we get 8 in each. If we're not getting 8 in each, why are we here? People who watch the channel regularly know I always start out too much chalk. I smush it in. I get the extra off. Wherever the dust lands, who cares? I just like to work into all the nooks and crannies. Show you that. The Iron Mind number 2. Super easy one. This one comes in at 95 pounds. I've got the set block in my left hand. I'll try to do a better job this time of once I close the gripper, going like this and passing it through. Nope, that's not good. We got to go here. That's better. 8 reps coming up. I will say this in the chat. If I'm not hitting the reps I tell you, let me know. If I miscount, that's fine. I'm not insulted. I don't care anymore. Let's go. Ah. And yeah, honestly, that was fine. I got the 8. My hand was telling me, I kid you not, as I was squeezing that, my hand's saying, like, what are you doing? You should have at least 2 more jumps in here. Normally in warm-ups, I try to go no more than a 15-pound incremental jump. Just not what the program called for today, so deal with it. 95. We're not done with this for today. This one's going to make a reappearance with the left hand. Speaking of, let's knock it out. What did our guy Ian say? Make sure you didn't take too many jumps. Joe would say, don't waste it. Yeah, man, that's right. So here we go. So far, everything's good, but we're only doing the baby grippers. It's a Captain Crush, 1.5. Rating of 85. Great, good for it. Got my set block. What you're going to see now is I'm going to set this gripper in my left hand. I'm going to pass this through. Then I'm going to shut it. Every time I open this gripper up, it'll be wide enough for me to pass the gripper through again. So watch for that. Shut. Now, obviously, you saw that. I felt that. I pinched, squeeze. Again, I've got a little gas in me tonight. I'm pretty excited. I want to hit this. Normally, I wouldn't bash this off the handles. I'm just feeling that way. But you saw, while I was doing this set, I pinched too hard for too long, and I couldn't physically remove it. So I had to ease up a bit, remove the block, take it, and put it back. Sorry, Joel. I don't know that you're on here tonight, but yeah, we did waste a little energy. I don't care. I'm ready for it tonight. We're going to work up to a heavy double, then we're going to do a heavy single. 85 pounds pressure. If you want to touch these handles together, you better squeeze it with 85. Let's make our notes, talk about the next set. Oh, some people ask offline, hey, what's with this block? Why are you putting this brick, this chunk of metal between it? When doing grippers, you always use one hand to shut and the other one usually to place it in your hand where you want it. Some people place the gripper in their hand, but they bring the handles way too close. So we make sure people pass this through them to make sure everybody's opening it a minimum width, so nobody's cheating and doing really micro reps. Boom, boom. I kid you not, my tongue is fuzzy. Everything is pointing to this will be a good workout. If anybody has any questions, light it up in the chat. If you're just here to watch, that's fine. So we did 8. We did 8 in both hands. Both hands, again, probably would have benefited from a 15-pound jump and then another 10-pound jump. That's not how it works. Not tonight. You think those jumps are big? Stick around next week. 7 of 7. It's going to get gross. We've got our buddy Ian manning the chats. He knows everything about grip. He knows everything about grip? Yep, that's what I said. So if you have questions and I can't get to it, as long as Ian's here, he'll be able to answer on my behalf. This is a trophy from Strongman. Hopefully you can see it. I bring him up for the big workouts. Sharp looking dude. Next set. And already the next set, we're kind of getting after it. We're going to do a 104 in our right hand. Now what's interesting is the first set was 10 reps. Easy gripper. Harder gripper, but we dropped it to 8. Next set, harder gripper yet, we're dropping it to 6. The idea is it's like a reverse pyramid. So the intensity is going like this, it's getting bigger, harder, but the reps, well, they're coming down. Now, make no mistake about it, that's not going to offset the jumps we're making because the jumps are hard. Normally, I'd wait a couple more minutes. I'm just going to chalk up and hit these. So like we said, I love it, man. I'm talking a little fast, thinking a little fast. I already know by the time after this set and the sets after that, you might even see it on camera, maybe you won't. When I go to set the gripper, you'll probably see just a little quivering. That's fine. I welcome it. Let's get after it. So right hand, the 104. Left hand, well, what do you know? Left hand, we've got the 95. We just managed this with our right hand, and now it's time to get after it in the left hand. So a 9-pound jump in the right hand, even 10 in the left. Still using the 30 millimeter set block. Some competitions, you don't use a 20 millimeter. This is 20. Sometimes you turn it over and you do a 30. It's even wider. It's even harder. Where are people from? I'm St. Paul, Minnesota. I appreciate the support and everybody being here. But I tell you what, I'm super curious. Where's everybody from? Grip Neanderthal, are you here? He's from Sweden. Rosh, are you here? He's from India. Parsons, 1, 2, 3, are you here? He's from New Jersey. As we get to the harder grippers, so this one, no, but there's a red one down there. As we get to that and that, we're going to start pushing a little harder on the chalk to really grind it into our hands. This is what's happening now. We're already removing skin. Good for me. So the next thing you see will be me setting this gripper and me passing this through 6 times. This is going to feel harder than the last one. In fact, it's going to start feeling harder each time until I get to one that feels stupid hard. And that's when we close it and hopefully get one more after it. It's all about the set. Yep, that looks good. Perfect. Six. I know you saw that. I know I got 6. The first couple, actually, I almost grabbed the 85. That's a mistake. So what I usually do when I work out, on days where I'm amped and I'm not always paying as much attention to detail, when I'm done with it, you go to the discard pile. Go hang out with the gargoyle. You're done. Let's check. This one we still need, so we can't discard that. But I'm looking at my list in front of me. The 104 is done for the evening. God bless it. So what do we need then? Oh, we need the 95. Throw a little more chalk on. What do you feel like significant grippers would be? What do you feel like the significant grippers are? He would say they fit in the grip sport. I think I know what he's asking. I'll answer it after this. Thanks for the question. So here we go. 95. A couple sets ago, you saw me do this in my right hand. Now we're doing it in this hand. We're doing it for 6 reps. It's a 10-pound jump from the gripper we just did. Next thing you see is me setting the gripper and this. Me passing it through 6 times. Ready? I say ready, I'm talking to myself. Got it. All right, off to the old folks' home. Get out of here. 95, don't need it. It felt okay. Again, when you're making the jumps like this, so woke up from the nap, waited half an hour. Over here, I threw my hands in the hot water for a couple minutes. I put my hands in, pump, 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 pump. Let's get blood flow. Take them out, let them get cold. Put them in, pump, pump, pump. I did that 5-6 minutes. I did some lunges over here by this dumbbell. I didn't use the dumbbell. I thought about it, but I didn't use it. Then I started talking to myself. Yep, just talk to myself. Made sure I was getting ready. Hey, we got our buddy Ian with a good question. I think I was asking, like I said before, I think they fit into grip sport okay. The significance to me of grippers is everything else we do in grip. A hub lift, it's a round part of the weightlifting plate you grab in the center. A pinch, you're grabbing something wide on the outside to lift up. Thick bar, you can't even get close to touching your hand together like that dumbbell over there. For me, grippers are important in grip sport because it's the only thing where you're actively moving your hand, right? Everything else, well, let's pretend this is a thick bar. You just grab it and you're pinching. You're holding as tight as you can. This is one where you're actively crushing something. The hand is moving. You can get aggressive with it. It's not just a hold. It's a positive movement. Yeah, we're moving right down the line. This is going very well. I will say this: the first 3 or 4 sets always feel really well. They always go really well. They always feel really good. It's about what happens when you get to the doubles. So the next set in our right hand, we're going to make the note. The notes are useful because next week, when I go for a lot of singles, I'll want to know what I got this week, how hard it was, could I have done more, could I have done less, all that fun jazz, things that we should be thinking about, but it's not always the most fun. Right hand, we're going to use this one. This gripper rates at 111 pounds of pressure to touch the handles. Make sense? 111. The last one we used in our right hand was 104, a 7-pound jump. We're reducing it by 2 reps. We're only going to do this 4 times. The thing about these grippers, and I hope you can see it, it's a GHP number 4. They're wider than your average hand gripper. They're knurling sharper. But the big thing is when you start to squeeze them, they immediately show off their strength. Where a lot of the other grippers, you can get them started maybe a third of the way and they're not kicking in your hand so much. Absolutely not. Right away you feel the impact of those. Slide this one away. And in the left hand, so listen to this. The left hand is a very small jump. We're going from the 95 to the 98, right? I was supposed to use a 101, but I've got a gap from a 98 to a 102 in my collection. My 102, a buddy has right now, Charlie. Charlie's in France. So knowing that I needed a 101, I just selected the 98. I went with that. Yes, Jensen! I was just talking about you a moment ago. New Jersey, if I'm not mistaken. What's up, man? Do you know Cannon Powerworks? Cannon Powerworks. I have him do all my grippers. And I'm going to do my next set now. Usually I'd wait more. I just got the adrenaline flowing. He puts the nice tags on them. If you saw the other night, and I'm pretty sure you did, we were rating grippers. So I have a rig that can rates them. The reason why I like to use Cannon is because that's the grip language. Everybody speaks Cannon Powerworks. So you could compare, you say, hey, he rated this for me. What did your number 2 rate? How easy is your number 4? All those fun things. Let's bury the chalk in. What number is going to get hit tonight and how does it stack up against the world of grippers? Nice. That. Well, thank you for asking. That's what I mean when I say he knows stuff. These are good questions. After this set, and I generally only focus on that set ahead of me, we're going to jump to a 2.5. That's a 121, about average strength. And then depending on how that goes, I'd like to try some harder 2.5s. The program says only do one more single. So I'll do the 121 for a double. I may just do one more single after that. Part of me says, for confidence, crush another one, mash another one after that, and then hit another single just to see where you're at. Not worried about that right now. So I owe you guys, everybody on this chat, everybody who's jumped in here, I have to take this one. It's 111 pounds. And I owe you 4 reps. Each time that the strength jumps up, it gets a little bit more difficult, not impossible, a little bit more difficult to set the gripper in my hand, right? So I always want it behind my calluses where the handle comes right down here. And how do you know I'm doing it right? I'm losing skin. This will be the last time you see me set a gripper where I'm straddling the tripod. I'm actually like this. For the harder ones coming up, I'll step off to the side. I'll go right here, so it's more of a comfort zone. I'll still show it to the best I can, but I tell you what, the folks are then shutting and smashing. So here we go. Set of 4. You're going to see this between each rep. Hey, thanks for the chat. I'm going to read you guys in 1 second. I think that was 4. Did I only just do 3? I think that was 4. I may have mentally spaced out. Yeah. Do you know what the best thing is about training singles? You don't count. You either stood up with it, you either put it over your head, or you either shut it and you're done. There's no 1, 2, maybe 3. So again, let me do this left hand. Left hand, we've got the 98. I'm going to add a little bit more chalk. I'm going to shut this for 4. I appreciate people being online for this. Whether you're just a lurker, great, I love it. Or whether you're commenting, knowing that there's people out there paying attention amps me up a little bit more. It's kind of what I need on a night like this. So, here we go. 98. Left hand, I owe you 4 reps. Between each rep, you're going to see this, right? It's just going to pass through. Shut, shut, shut. Yep. Now, if you say that looked easier in the right hand, well, you're right. But think about that. So let me get this. Again, discard the grippers you're not going to use. I almost doubled up on one earlier. Why did that look easier? Well, the 111 I used in my right hand was the exact gripper I was supposed to use. I should have used a gripper around 101 in strength, 100.7, based on the math, right, percentages. I don't have one of those. I've lent mine out to a buddy. He's in France. I can't very well use it. So I ended up using one a little easier than what I would have liked to. Now the fun starts. Now we're hitting doubles. Then we're hitting singles. So let me respond to these guys real quick because they're awesome. They're my buddies. Yeah, you did mention the jiu-jitsu. For jiu-jitsu, honestly, you know what would be pretty cool? And again, grippers are fun, but I see where you're going with that. Towel hangs. Do your deadlifts. Do your chin-ups. You put a towel over the bar. You can put, if you want to go narrow, just put one and do pull-ups. Or put them shoulder width, put 2 strong towels over it, and pinch on to that fabric and pull yourself up. Because, I mean, what are we doing? We're trying to simulate something very similar to a gi. Yeah, that's going to be pretty similar to a gi. However, if you grab the wrong towel or the wrong material, it will snap. It will tear. You're going to have a bad day. Oh, yes, Ian. Yes. This is the next set in the right hand. We're up to this, a 2.5. This is the first 2.5. Well, let me just double check my notes. No, we hit a 2.5 last week. There we go, 121. This is a double. It's got good knurling. I'm not anticipating any problems getting a double. I don't know if I can match that thing. I'll get a double. The question is going to be after that double, there's 2 schools of thought. Well, why am I talking so much? Because I just want to rest just a little bit more. Oh, you do that too? Yeah, you're pretty dialed in on your grip, man. Good for you, man. Hey, I was asking where people are from. Anybody want to volunteer? We've had about 500 people pop in so far in 20 minutes. Curious where anybody's from. St. Paul, Minnesota here. So I have 2 schools of thought. I'm curious what people think. Active chatters, commenters, anybody here, let me know. Am I better off, after I do this set, aiming for 2 singles? I think that's what I'm going to do. Do I do one just a little easier than this 121, the 125 or 126, and then say, hey, depending on how that goes, do I only try a 127? Do I try a 130? The other option, of course, is you hit a 121 for your double. You say, all right, we got that. Let's just make the big jump. Grippers, I generally make smaller jumps. Curious what other people would do. Left hand. Left hand's going to be a nasty jump now. Because we kind of shortchanged ourselves, we have to go up to a number 2. This is going to be a 107. Ian, this is your gripper. My buddy sold this to me when I first met him. We were in his garage doing super cool stuff. And yeah, I bought this gripper from him. I got it rated. It's 107. Pretty cool gripper strength. I'm just going to wait a second or 2 more. Not a minute, not 30 seconds. I'm going to stand up. I'm going to chalk. I'm going to adjust the camera. I'm going to move the tripod this way because, again, for my right hand, not my left hand, I can't figure out why. For my right hand, I like to set like this. My left hand, I always set like this, which is perfect for a tripod. Yeah, actually, that's the one down here. We'll leave that there. So right hand, there you are. Left hand, make it happen. Gonna chalk up. Generous with the chalk. You know what's going to happen. I'm going to clap my hands together. Most of the chalk's going to disappear. I don't really care. Fair amount of chalk. I think that's the right amount. So, as promised, slide over. I'm going to do my best to demonstrate these closes to you. 2 things are going to happen. The first rep I'm going to shut, and I'll be quite confident. I'll probably be confident in the second one, but you'll often see me in the chat go like this because I can't tell. When something gets hard, I stick my arm out far away. I can't see the camera, I can't see the handles, and that's where I kind of rely on some of you kind folks, the kindness of others. All right, 121. I'm going to shut you down. It's always cool. 2.5 there. This poor gripper never saw it coming. I'm going to take a couple breaths. You're going to hear the... It's just what I've done it since high school. All right, let's go. Up. Felt like it was closed? Let me know if it was closed. I could have squeezed harder. I don't think I needed to. I think I got it. But I always like the feedback in the chat. I'm going to jump right into the 107. I see a boom. I think the boom is an old comment. 2 reps for the 107. I'm straddling the tripod because setting in my left hand, I can do that. This will actually be a pretty big close for me, doing 2 on this. So where I was super confident on the right one, I'll still get it, but it's going to be harder. Doesn't change the breathing. Oh, what the heck? Are you kidding me right now? Hey, Jensen, I mean this when I say this. Thank you. On these doubles, on these singles, I need someone to say if it's closed. I don't have a training partner here. My 3-year-old daughter would have no idea. I'm not going to ask if it was closed in the left hand. I swear to God, I heard him touch. 107, we bid you adieu. Thanks for participating tonight. 121, I don't know what to say about you. We're in an interesting position now. For the people that are active, here's what I want to know. But yeah, it did seem easy. So left hand, this is the single. I'll have to do a single in this. This is a true comment, my best close ever with the set block in the left hand was in a contest at 115. I think I got it. I got credit for it. I think I got it. I think what I'll do, open to opinions, do I shut this? Don't be cocky. I'll go for this and attempt to close. If I do shut it, the next one up I have is a 116. So unless I'm reading it wrong, I don't think I am. I want to do a single on this. Then let me go grab the 116 now because again, I hit the 116. It's the best I've ever done. Then we'll talk about the right hand. I do have a 117. Could use that. I'm not overly interested in using that one. So I've now retrieved this one. Got my 116 here. I actually really like my 116. Ian, you didn't sell me this one, but I still like it. So what we've committed to in the left hand is the program says hit the 113. If that feels good, then we're going to try that. Now the right hand is interesting. It was clean. It was shut. I have a couple options. As I said before, so that was a 121 for a double. Do I go a small jump? Do I say, hey, do 125, for example, do 125. And then do I try a 127? Do I try a 130? The program wants me to hit 126. Just curious what people think. Oh yeah, now you know. At Get a Grip, yes, my PR in my left hand is at Get a Grip 115 with a set block. If you allow me to deep set, I've done better in my right hand, done a little better in my left hand. The contest that's coming up here in Minnesota next is the North American 2026 North American GSI Championships. We rented out the Mall of America, June 14th, June 13th at a gym. I would love it if everybody in here flew out to watch it. If you can't do that, I'd say this. Subscribe to this channel. One, if you like this kind of training, if you like getting after it, sometimes it's shoulder, sometimes it's bicep. Obviously it's grip now. But we're going to be streaming we're going to be streaming the contest, on this channel. So let me bring over the gripper. I think what I should do, if I'm being honest, I've got a 125. So I'm going to find that. That's a small jump, I grant you. It's about what the program calls for. Now it's hiding on me when you have too many grippers. That happens sometimes. So take a look at this. This actually for a 2.5, if I'm being honest, this actually does have pretty good. This actually does have pretty good knurling. Now it also is the newer style, triple COC, right? COC, triple lettering. We've got the influence on the band. Ian should be doing grip contest. What's your next grip contest, buddy? There might be one at the end of March here in Minnesota. So I'm gonna go left. I'm gonna go right hand with this. I anticipate I'll be successful. That's not being cocky. It's just, the training kind of dictated that. The last gripper I just set and closed, the 121, and F it. I'm gonna chalk up and just go for these. I think felt pretty good. If I get the 125, which I feel pretty good about, the next gripper I'm gonna do will be this one. Let me walk it over. Actually, you know what? This might be really stupid. Let me bring them both over and show you. I just said it might be stupid, so you already know maybe what I'm thinking. Making a really big jump. So here's the one. Program says do a 125, 126. I've got a 125. I've got a 127, so that'd be a 2-pound jump. I've never closed this in my right hand. This is 130. At Get a Grip, I got credit for 130. I don't know if I think I closed it, but I always second guess myself. This is a very hard 130. It's super wide, and it's hard the whole way through. Let's worry about this in a second. You're going to see me chalk up. I think we agreed. I'm just going to go 125 next. A couple things I want to say. I'm not going to say them. I just need to think about what I'm doing. Singles, boys and girls. Singles. What you're going to see is me set this gripper. You probably might even hear, depending on how tight it is and different things like that. I'm going to step off to the side. I'm going to do two things. I am doing my best to shut it in front of the camera. But it gets hard, it gets shaky, I pull it closer to my body. I can't always I could try it further away. Make no doubt about it. When I give it my max attempt squeeze, I'm going to swing it up here. And I want people to say, yes, you shut it, or no, you didn't. Yeah, now the adrenaline's here. Wake up, everybody. Wake up. Thoughts? What I felt was me squeezing, and I felt like it came to a natural stop, which if that's the case, usually tells me the handles have touched. Because again, it didn't feel like I just ran out of gas. It just felt like I couldn't go any further. But until somebody says, you got it, it's a question mark. It's the 125, average strength 2.5. I'm going to set it aside. Jensen, I'm not kidding when I say this. I appreciate that. Getting that positive feedback in this moment fires me up. Of course, we now know we have decision time in the right hand now, don't we? Left hand. I'm actually more excited about my left hand, how good it felt it last time. This is a super rare gripper. Super rare. See that? On the banding, nothing. See that? It's a 2 without the letters. See that? It's old, so it's scratched up. That's a 2 without it. This is a double stamped number 2 with a 113, which is damn near impossible to find if I'm being totally honest. And it's super, super wide. So what I'm going to do, I just got that boost of adrenaline again, so that's good at least. You're going to see me set it. I'm going to pass this through. Then I'm going to hold it back. Jensen sounds like he's got the eye for it. We met him last night. It's kind of an effing blessing he's on here tonight. He and my buddy Ian. No excuses. I'm not trying to be a jerk. I honestly think I felt the knurling touch and then grounded a bit. And grounding, it just means you close the gripper and it squeezes past the point and you kind of feel it. So my thought is that's closed. Doesn't really matter what I think. It's kind of matter what the feedback I get from you guys is. And there's probably like a 10-second delay on here. So I'll just kind of bounce in place until I hear from you guys. I felt pretty good about that. Now keep in mind, next week is the max out week. Next week is the go big or go home week. All right, we got some feedback. God, that's my guy Grip grandbaby. That's why we get along so well. So I am going to do it. I'll take just a second to update my notes. I had pre-planned notes. We're flying a little bit by the seat of our pants, which only works if you've got our little coaches, Look, obviously the guys in here know a buttload about grip, a couple of them. So if anybody else is on here for the first time, thanks for being here. We appreciate it. Feel free to comment, like it. Don't have to if you don't want to. If you like training like this all the time, find it interesting, you can sub the channel. So we did the 121. We hit our goal gripper. Got the 125, which the 121 felt doable. The 107, I know that was a double. The 113, it felt doable. Now, keep in mind. Oh, come on, Jeff. So I did the reps that the program called for. So sometimes a problem I have, forgive what I say here, but it's blowing the mental wad. There, I said it. And what I mean by that is, all week I knew this is what I had to do. So the head is screwed on to make X, Y, and Z happen. And once you said, boom, I did what I had to, sometimes, I don't think that's the case tonight. I still feel pretty good. Sometimes after that, the problem is, goodbye adrenaline, CNS, boom. Jeff, you told me what to do. I hammered it out for you. What more do you want? But I am going to try this because I actually do think, yes, King Griffith is here. He has interest in trying this. Yeah, bud, I had to go early. We got some family things tonight. But you know the real reason? That's half a lie. That's half true. I could not wait. I was ready. So we're not really supposed to be trying this. This is a bonus rep because we feel decent. 116. I've never done this in my left hand with, God dang, King Griffiths is here. Yeah, he's a dude. I've never set blocked that. I believe because this is, look, gang, here, let me show you this. Yeah, I'm nerding out. I'm so sorry. This is what I believe. So we saw me get the 113, right? Look at this. Oh, don't ruin the surprise. Okay. Do we agree that those handles more or less are lined up? Answer yes. Slide down. Pull it into frame. Look what happens when you pull into frame. King, do you see this? Look at how much wider. Still good knurling on that one, by the way. Look at how much wider this one is. So setting it is just more difficult for me. I have average size hands. Some people have smaller hands, so it's even harder for them. So even though this one is 116, obviously it is, it's so much narrower, it may not feel super, these aren't even words, super more harder. Hope that makes sense. The right hand, so I'll do it. You know it, right? You're right. Yeah, King knows it, Jensen knows it, Ian knows it, huge spreads. The comment we got was to go with this gripper, the 130. I've never shot this one with a set block. It's a wide guy. Oh, you know what? If we line those up, it might actually not be wider than my 120. It might be a little narrower. Well, how does that, what's the one I just did then? Where's the 125? All right, here's the 125. So how's the 130? All right, so 120. Those are, I think we all agree. So yeah, the one on the left is slightly wider. I'm fine with that. The comments in the chat is, I tell you what, I'm not even supposed to be trying this one tonight. So why don't I just give it hell? If I don't get it, oh no, woo-hoo, boo-hoo, no problem, right? It's a bonus rep anyways. Now what I'm jacked to do is do more of my, sounds lame, Uno card training after this. But yes, I'm going to take a second. I'm going to breathe. I'm going to think how hard I want to crush this. And then I'll try out the set block. I know one thing though. This one doesn't have great knurling. And I'm going to be putting a lot of stress on, oh, Jesus, this thing is a brick. Don't do what I did. Don't screw around with the gripper right before you have to close it. Nothing good comes from that. So yeah, that's the 130. That's 2.5. I'll go for that right-handed now. I tried it before Get a Grip. That's a contest last August in Minnesota last year. Wasn't super, super close. Now, I only squeeze the gripper to close it. That's the only reason why I do that. But I want to see how close I get if it's not shut. I feel like I've got the strength tonight to shut it. So, viewer choice. We often do viewer choice. On a hard gripper, I want the tag on this side of the hand. Gripper, I hate you. Here I come. It's going to be the same thing. I'm going to shove it in my hand. I'm going to set it and I'm going to hold it for the camera, okay? Does that seem reasonable? Yeah, the adrenaline's going now. Yeah. All right, we've got the patch we want it. Right there. I can't tell. Honestly, I have no idea. If it's not shut, and it might be, I don't know. If it's not shut, you can tell me. I have no hard feelings. This was a bonus rep. Be cool if it was shut. I'll say this, and you can tell in my hand. You see that? See how the chalk removed here is wider than the chalk removed there? That means when I started setting it, and I felt it, I don't know if you saw it, this part swept back farther than it should have. So what happened is, okay, early review is, seems like maybe we got it. What happened is the set wasn't perfect, it slipped. So it's farther back in my palm, the leverage got worse. Enough talking. And we've got somebody else saying maybe not. And you know what? Who do we have there? Gabs? Gabs, you might very well be right. You might very well be right. That may not have been close. In my opinion, I either just got it or just missed it. Now this will be an all-time PR in my left hand. We have the 116. We just showed how definitely narrower than the last one. A 3 RGC jump. I'm coming for it. Look, I'm calling it closed. I can't see it. I can go by feel. And again, I'm not trying to be a jerk, but I honestly believe that one was most certainly closed. But you see what I'm saying? Much wider sweep line. It's not even close. See where this one? They're the same. That tells me that this one had the accidental, once you set it and you went for your block, it just slipped a bit. Hey, that happens. That's life. I'll wait to see what people say about that last one, see if there's any more comments. But please, either way, I'm pretty happy. So I took 1 day rest in between these, sort of. I did some 2.5-inch cleaning on a dumbbell last night. Before week 7, I don't almost ever do this, but I said I was shutting the 3. That was a stupid hard 2.5. Was it really? Yeah. It just really was. But what I'm going to do before next week, I'm going to take a minimum of 3 days off, maybe 4. I suspect that my hand's going to feel even better. Here's what I really want to show people. I'll be right there. This. People who were on the chat last week, you saw this. You see that, right? And what we did, let me grab a stupid easy gripper for demonstration purposes. We used a slightly harder than average number 3. We used this guy. 152 pounds of pressure. So that's 22 more than we just used in the right hand. And what we're going to do is, again, watch it in the right hand so you know. Oh, I for sure closed that one. You closed that one? Okay, so we're thinking, yeah, probably didn't get the 130, most likely missed it, probably pretty close. Left hand sounds like we got it. So what you'll see is this. I'm going to put the 152 in my hand, and I'm going to set it, and I'm going to go, because I know I can't close it, I'm going to say, hey, can I at least close it to this distance? Yes. Then I'm going to lose some cards. I'm going to rest. I'm going to say, well, dang, look at how close I got. Let me try it with this amount. And what I'm doing is I'm gauging my progress to see between each workout if I'm getting closer and closer. Conceptually, does that make sense? You know what I'm going to do, though? Left hand, I guess that went pretty easy. I'm going to try a harder gripper in my left hand. My right hand, I'm just going to start with the fun Uno cards, and I'll repeat. So let's just say I didn't get the 130. I am a little pissed about that. I only put a gripper in my hand for one reason. It's to close it. It was a bonus rep, good for me. I would have liked to have gotten it. I'll say this. It's obviously closer than I've ever gotten before with the set block. That's a nasty one. But the 116 we smashed. So I'm just going to go grab one more out of the pile. I'm going to chalk up and go right for it. I'm not going to talk or waste anybody's time. Just let me grab the next hardest one I have and go for a straight close in the left. No, I haven't recovered what would normally be considered sufficiently, but that's fine. I want to move on to the Uno cards. So here we go. I keep a lot of grippers nearby at all times. Cool, good for me. And this one's 117. So it's just a small jump. My logic being, and having so many grippers is, you can boom, 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 bump it, bump it, bump it, bump it, bit by bit by bit. And it's working pretty well, all things considered. If you're training along at home, I know some people do because I've got the messages on IG, probably shouldn't go right into this rep. Give yourself, if you're going to go for a max, a little bit more time. But I want to get to Uno cards. But I still feel like there's some meat on the bone because it felt definitely closed. Does that make sense? Oh, so why am I using the 117? End of the workout. End of this portion of the workout. And the next one I have is 121. I don't want to make a 5 RGC. I'd rather get the little W tonight. Come on now. Watch this one, please. I'm going to go with no. I don't think I had that one. Let me know. I didn't have the fun adrenaline going into it like I had last time. I know that. And I didn't rest enough. I'm okay with that. If I didn't get it, I can live with that because I honestly believe it's there next time. But what I am going to do is I'm going to start using the 152 to Uno cards in the right hand. My left hand, I'm going to use the 130. These dead soldiers, forget about them. You'll never see them again. You'll see them next week. Hey, I wish two of you guys were here, man. We could squeeze these grippers together. I have a feeling King Griffith's dynometer. So, yep, exactly. I didn't think I had that one. It might have. I'll say this. Look, and this is, I don't want to sound like a jerk. I guarantee if instead of doing the 116, I do the 117 first. I was still mentally sharp. I hadn't gone for a couple bonus reps. It just would have happened. Who cares? I want to move on to these Uno cards. I do care. I always care. That was a lie. So in the right hand, we're using the 152. And in the left hand, we're going back to our friend. We had a friend named 130. I cast him aside when I found out I didn't close it. 130. We're going to use Uno cards. And these are the numbers we need to be sensitive to. Yeah, man, 50-50. So for me, if I ever get 50-50, that's a no. If I'm not 100% I got it, then I just didn't get it. Last week, here was the cool things. Yeah, I think it's cool. I'm going to count off 15 cards. There's 55 cards in here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So I have, let me double check. Yep. So let me add a couple back. So now we're at 43 Uno cards. Last week on the channel, when we closed the Uno cards, the best I could do in my right hand, the absolute best in my right hand with this, and it's a hard gripper. The 152 was 45. I feel warmed up. Now I did some singles today. Hadn't done that last time, but we're going to shut it. Can you guys see how wide that is, right? You guys with gripper eyes, some of you have gripper vision here. I know it, I can see it, I know it. You can see how wide that is. But we're going to shut it down and we're going to try to pinch these cards between it. We're not using a set block. I mean, this kind of is. And if we can pinch and hold it, it means I successfully had the hand strength to close the gripper that far. We'll peel some off and we're going to slowly take the cards out. Why do we do that? Back when I started training in my early 20s, I didn't have all these grippers. They didn't have all these variations. So I was trying to go from a number 2 to a number 3. I'd squeeze my number 3 and think to myself, this is exactly what I thought to myself. Cool. What just happened? Did I do good? Did I do bad? I have no idea. There was a game called Racco. There were cards with it. So I just busted those out. I started shutting grippers and pinching them, a way to measure micro distances. There's no guarantee I get this because this is an increase from last week, mind you. It's an increase from last week. Last week I didn't hit the heavy singles. Having said that, my God, if we don't try, we'll never know. And it is an absolute B. I can't close this gripper. If Grip Neanderthal is on here in Sweden, he probably can. I know he can. I can't close this gripper, so it's going to be hard to set it in the first place. But I'd like to give it a go with all of you here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I can shake that. 43, let's go left hand. Left hand, oddly enough. Oh, look at the left hand. Look at this. Look at who I have to deal with in my left hand. I have to deal with the 130. The guy who just skunked me on my final bonus rep. What a jerk. It's okay. Next week, when I have rested, I leapfrog him and I go for this ugly B word. I was going to say bastard. I didn't see the other one. You know what? I'm going to see who's wider after this rep. I am curious. Maybe they're close. So here we go. We've got the Racco cards. We've got 43. Yeah. We are going to shut this down to it. The left hand will now avenge the right hand. Although I did just do that 117, I should be waiting longer. Oh, super easy. And even some bonus. So let me flick off a couple cards here and go for it again. The whole reason why I do it, I'm not going for home runs. I'm just going for little increases. And let's say I get down to 40 cards tonight. I had my micrometer. I was so nerdy. I measured it last week. So let me make my notes. We improved on that. 42 cards. Again, I said I don't want to get greedy. We'll just take 3 off. 1, 2, 3. So at the risk of sounding lame, although at this point, you've already decided if I'm lame or not. That's not... Camera doesn't even know what to do with something so skinny, right? That's not a big difference, but it is. On a gripper that's well above what you can currently close, trying to squeeze the handles that much further, it is. Hey, gang in the chat. Oh, Angel's on here. Yes. Do you see what I'm saying? At least what I'm trying to say and accomplish by using cards and slowly pulling some out, right? Like conceptually anyways, does that kind of make some sense? Hopefully. Let me recuperate a little bit. But here's the easy number 3 I'll be starting with next week. It's a 131. It's got pretty good knurling. What we just missed, God, I hate saying that out loud, was this one. So, okay. Show the tags. Show the people. As if that's so easy. Good, you can read upside down. You're all smart people. 130, 131. About the same strength. This one is a 3. This one's a 2.5. I like giving them the spread test. And bring it in the frame. I mean, I think the bottoms are lined up. The one on the right is slightly wider. The spread, I think we can all see that. Generically, so I don't waste anything. Let's see. Jesus kicks in right away. And not all of them do with this one. Slightly spongy. I bet a machine will think this one's harder. A human being will probably think this one's harder. Easier. I'm going to go right in this next close. I will say the 152 to the last Racco cards, it didn't feel easy. But I still think there's a chance I can make it happen. Left hand, you should never do it. Don't be cocky. The left hand, I almost guarantee that I'm going to get a new number of Racco cards there. Just trying to make the small gains. No Hank Aaron's. Thinking DiMaggio's. The other benefit about doing this, so we're using a hard gripper to close a gripper we can't close, right? Because by practicing this, we're getting great work on a really hard gripper, learning how to get one you can't close into position where you can just squeeze it, working on the set. And then we're pausing a bit so we can get in here. So if I were to, and I'm not going to, if I were to drop 20 RGC, if I try that 130 now with no set block, you'll see sparks. Not really, but you get it. I rotate my hand ever so slightly like this to create a stronger pocket. I'm going to be playing a lot more force to loop my fingers on it. I have to do that. Gang, if I don't do that, gripper's going to go over there by the windowsill. P.S. If you're ever in my basement, Ian, a lot of my grip tools are over there if you need them. Here we go. Oh, yeah. Yeah, got that one. Hey, these are W's, right? This is more than we did last week. These are W's. I'll do at least one more set of these. Oh, yay. Camera, can you pick that? Those are neural marks. Do you know what that means? I pinched the crud out of it. Yeah, good for me. Left hand, what are you up to tonight? Let's grab the 130. This is the gripper that embarrassed me in the right hand. Left hand is avenging it. Good for my left hand. Here we go. Hey, King Griffith. Ha! Oh, I thought that was literally King Griffith at the same time I called his name because it has the red thing. Hey, hi, bud. Asudi, 3959. Thanks, brother. So same thing. We're going to overset it. We're going to have to pause a sec, so hold all the stress for a moment, play something, and then pinch. Now realizing I didn't reach chalk. Oh, easy. Boys and girls, I rested one fewer nights before this workout than normal, but she's going pretty good. Thanks, Angel. Okay. Yeah, man, you get it. Algo es algo. So, I mean, I'll make the notes. 39. But here's what's interesting. So, from my discard pile, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, since last week on this gripper, I'm pinching it again. I know that doesn't seem like a lot. In the world of grippers, maybe some other stuff, that's a lot. And my hand is that much better at this. Now, did I get that much stronger? I got a little stronger. But I haven't used heavy grippers in a while, so I'm working on my technique. I'm going to peel a couple more off, do a confirmation count. Yeah, that's a thing for me. And then I'm going to pinch again. Pinch. Crush. 2. Pinch with the handles. Think of it like chopsticks. But I'm actually feeling pretty good tonight. So let me just count what I have right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Great. Boom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Great. Boom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's a fun card, I guess. 8, 9, 10. Great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 41. Doesn't really matter. I may have been off a card or two there. What that does, hey buddy, Monica, oijame. Ya te nemo. Monica's a friend from the Dominican Republic. 41. I'm going to make an aggressive drop because I think it's there and to confirm. So, discard. We're at 40 cards. Let's pull a couple out of there. We'll make this set count. So next week, right, closer to the regular 8 o'clock time, Central Time, we'll do week 7 of 7. That's where we're going to get after it. After that, mind you, we're going to do more Uno cards. The session after that, we go into a totally different training methodology. You're going to see filed grippers. You're going to see you'll see a little bit of this. Tune in. I should focus more on week 7 than that. So 40, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're at 36 cards. A decent jump, I would say, from everything we did last week. And let me show you with my left hand, if you can pinch it down to this. So these grippers that I cannot close in my right hand, I'll be below parallel. If I'm shutting it down to here, it's below parallel. But good for me. That's where the hard stuff kicks in. Hey, Monica, how's it going down there? It's cold up here today. You already knew that. Let me re-chalk. I didn't re-chalk for some of these last sets. I'm going to go straight into it. We've already hit a small PR. Well, we had a great night to the set block, and that was the whole goal of the night. We even had some bonus reps. We've already improved slightly on the Uno cards. Our best before was 45. We were hitting 41 now. we're going to make a run at these. Come on, 36. What you're going to see, I'm going to hold them in these fingers. This gripper, the 152, we placed in my right hand. I'm going to set that thing down. I'm going to put it between there. I'm going to pinch those handles, and I'm going to shake it up and down. Yeah, it's so stupid. That was the hokey pokey. But my point is, if I have a point, is that I'm going to demonstrate that I can pinch them. This will be unless this is really easy, this will be the last Uno card set. If it's really easy, we'll do another. Left hand still feels amazing, by the way. I'm creating a deeper pocket. What do I mean? Normally I set grips like this, these hard ones that go like this. I'm going to be pushing so hard on there. If I don't do that, this slides into my heel. That's not good for business. Getting angry before this is great for business. Oh yeah. Thank you. Chalk the left hand, go for the left one. What I did there, and I don't know if you noticed, some of you are great gripper minds, so you noticed. I took longer time setting it. I wasted a little bit more time, but it ended up where I wanted it. So why don't I do the same time with this one? Totally allowable to set the gripper however you want for what we're doing tonight. Bigger pocket, juicier gripper. It's going to ride this right here. Slide it up a bit. You want this to be right in the middle. Why is that? I want my pinky hanging off the edge of this so that I'm getting as much leverage as I can. The farther down my fingers on the handle, the better leverage. Oh yeah. God, that one wasn't even hard. Again, I'm just, for my left hand it wasn't hard. I'm not trying to be a jerk. All right, well, let's count off more cards then. Let me try one more set. Hey, what are you guys up to tonight? Did you guys already train tonight? Let's do this. If you train grip, whether it was today or not, put a 1 in the box, please. If you train something, but it's not grip, that's fine. Put a 2. I'm getting very excited. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's what we wanted, 36. We're still just going to do a small jump. Let's just go to 33 and be happy about it, right? We already said we just want little victories. I can live with this. Something that's worth... Oh, there he is. There they are. Jensen, yes. Jiu-jitsu guy. And Angel. Nice fellas. I'm excited to squeeze these now. But what I was going to say is, can you imagine, had I not done all that training before, these grippers that I can't close, obviously I'd be a lot closer on this one, which is great for good for my mind, good for my head, good for all that fun stuff. So, I may or may not get it, but I still have to enter in the 33 card attempt. So what I will do, I'm so sorry that I'm subjecting you to reading stuff that I have like this. These are my cool notes. They mean something to me. If I get it, I leave it. If I don't get it, I will circle it, put a gross line through it. And that tells me that today I wasn't good enough. Doesn't mean I won't always be, it doesn't mean I won't be good enough for it one day, but today I may not have had it. The 152 is getting some serious play tonight. We're properly getting after it. 152. Slide it over here. Got my cards, my Uno cards. Now I'm going to pinch these. Hey, I appreciate all those comments, gang. You're doing great tonight. Thank you so much. And even if you're just here lurking, that's fantastic. I just like having people, I don't know, watch what I'm doing. Pumps me up a little bit. We're doing a good job because we're starting to chew off the skin. See that? I don't like that much chalk. Now I have less. I still have a couple pairs of pants on because it's still cold down here and a couple shirts on. I'm going to take a little bit more time to bury this in my hand. I'm going to shove it in there and I'm going to pinch it. Got the big pocket, thumb pad doing its job finally. There we go. Oh, yeah, there it is. Nice. A good place to stop on the right hand because that felt slightly challenging. Boy, left hand. I might as well be consistent and just keep the 33. And again, I haven't done it yet. Just the left hand has been the surprise all evening. I think we know that. I hope you guys use grippers a lot too. Grippers have a time and a place. Jensen knows he's got some. Jensen actually has some rare grippers. He's going to go to the office Monday. He's going to double check some of the double stamping, some of the initialing. And buddy, I hope get back to us because I told another guy about your grippers. He's like, well, does he own it or not? I said, I don't know. It's at his office. He can't very well check it right now. But let us know on the next stream after you've been to the office. Yeah, well, exactly. He doesn't know for sure. He'll find out. But my point is, we got some gripper guys on here. This is a super gross one. It's a 2.5. It's 130. It's a really hard one. It kicks in so difficult right away. It stifled my right hand annoyingly. I'll watch it in the replay tomorrow. See how close I was. Oh yeah, that's just not that hard. Well, I can't be too angry about that. Like I said, my goal tonight wasn't to be greedy. I just wanted to make some gains. The 33 was easy. We improved this much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Our best close last week was 45 cards in each hand. Now we're up to this. That's a pretty big difference. So let me grab a really easy gripper. I'm going to squeeze down for it, on it. That way you can see this. This is how close I am in both hands to closing the. So the 130, the 152, I'm this close. Not super close. There's room for improvement, but we did a whole bunch of volume before we even tried that. I'm sure if I hadn't done that volume, we'd probably be looking at something more like this. And we don't know for sure, but I'm guessing it would be more like. And when you start getting down in this range, no, that's when you start getting down here, that's anybody's guess what's going on, to be totally honest. They may have the COC on the knurling, but not sure on the COC. And that's what we want to know, the COC base. You're doing God's gripper work, son. Keep it up. I'm going to screw around with one more thing. Regular watchers, viewers will know what I'm about to try. The last thing I do to end my gripper workouts are with this. This is the Captains of Crush card. To be a Captains of Crush, you have to have a gripper and pass this through properly. See that? Here wouldn't work. That doesn't count. That does. Let's see what we hit last week. Oh, we didn't do anything too hard last week. I don't know if we can do better today. We hit her pretty hard. Let me try. So this will actually be, well, look, I'll just say it. I'll just go right for the meat and potatoes. I'll try this 104. If I get the 104 with that credit card, I will be happy because I am pretty fatigued at this point. So again, I'd like to try 100. I don't have it. I'd like to try the 102. My 102 is out on loan. Where's my 103? I think I have a 103. Oh, I know I have a 103. But is that here? I lend out a lot of grippers. My lending library. Oh, here it is. I'll just go 103. We've talked enough for a week. Let's just go right into it. Then my young boy, I hear him upstairs crying. John, yes. John, I'm thinking about it. More on that in a second. John is asking the right stuff. That's high-level grip talk. Okay, boom. Okay, longer in the finger. I'll go longer in the palm, longer in the finger. No. I really don't think that one is. I could feel by the time I let it slide further in the palm to go for the close, we all have certain grooves. We all have certain grooves, right? And I was out of my groove by the time I did that. Left hand, Let's do something. We'll go right into this one. 98, left hand. Left hand's been on fire all night, so I guess I'm thinking it's going to happen. Boys and girls, yes. Boys and girls, no. Yeah. The one problem I have with the credit card rule is hand size does have a lot to do with it. So John's asking, so I'm certified in the number 3. When I certified a long time ago, which one is this? Oh, we'll do it this one. When I certified a long time ago, you could do this. I'm not saying this is exactly what I did, but you could do this. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze it. Oh, it's almost closed. And see, I can shut a 3. Well, yeah, maybe, I guess. But gosh dang, if you didn't, you know what I mean? You're using the other hand to get it so close to being closed already. So they had to come up with a way, and Iron Mind said, we're going to make you, I did get the left one? Yeah, the right one, as soon as I started squeezing, it felt more like a pinch because the handle slid too far back. So I couldn't pull the gripper in to crush. I had to try to pinch the gripper together. Now, it's not quite that exaggerated, but it's very similar to that, right? The left one stayed in the groove the whole time. Felt pretty good. I'd prefer if Iron Mind said, hey, just pass something like this in between. Because again, here's my easy gripper to demonstrate. It's very hard to close a gripper. My hands are average. They're not bad. I like my hands. I mean, it's not a lot further back it can go. My pinky isn't even on that handle all the way, so it's tough. I'd even be okay if they said, hey, a 30 millimeter. 30 millimeter would look like this. Great. So to be honest, I think 30 is I think 30 is a good distance. For example, I've now done the 104 a couple times back to back to back. I'll hit it again. This is to demonstrate that if I had bigger hands than this, Denny, yes, Denny's here. Denny knows more about so many things, probably all of us. Yeah. So Denny, I was just showing him, so if I had big hands, then maybe this 30 millimeter that I'm going to do would feel like a credit card. So if you have 8+ inch hands, this is probably what a credit card feels like to you. I just missed the 104 with the credit card. Let's see if I miss it with this. Nope. Big difference, get it? So left hand, we'll try one more. So the problem, and this is a problem, the next hardest I have for my 108, for my 98, because my other awesome gripper, the 103, the 102 is on loan, I have to make a 5-pound jump. Why do I keep grabbing that one? Oh, cool. I grabbed this. Dang it, this is the one I wanted to try right hand. Well, I did the 104 anyways. I'll do the 103 with the credit card. It's going to be super difficult. Just need one more gripper. Yeah. Listen, you see that comment? You see the comment Denny made? Yeah, that's the mentality. Well, I just need one more gripper, then the collection will have what it needs. Yeah, exactly, dude. Me and you both. This will be a pretty big stretch after all the volume tonight. We hit some pretty cool things. I think the most fun thing is always Uno cards for me. So this is the credit card for the left hand. Going to be dang tough. So let me let it out in the fingers first. Finger, finger, finger. I've got no more finger to give, so now it has to come palm. Although you guys have been great about telling me whether something's closed or not, trust me, I know that one wasn't closed. I know it. Oh, Denny's got 170 plus. He's the new king on the block. I appreciate everybody being here. We started out doing week 6. Come on. We did week 6 of 7 of chasing the number 3. What that means is I want to shut a number 3 for 1 rep. I put it in my hand, I pass this 20 millimeter block through, and I shut it. People have asked the last 6 weeks which one I'm doing, and I thought about the last couple weeks. This is going to be my first one. My goal will be to shut this one. I know it's an easy 3. Easy 3, Jeff, that's almost the easiest on the planet. Yeah, I know. I know one guy who has a 130, and actually his 130, he said the handles are a little off center, so some people would say it's not a pure 130. It is to me. But this is what I'm going to try to hit. I feel very confident I'm going to hit that. I only rested one day, and I just missed the 130. Plus, I did some volume before that. So this is a set block, right? Going for like that. I'm tempted to do it deep. I'm tempted to do it. No, I've done too much volume. And on my left hand, the goal was hopefully get the 116 next week. Well, I already got the 116 today. It actually went down pretty easily. Now, I had blown all my excitement because the left hand was so strong. The 113 was a joke. The 116 was. I went right over, more or less, grabbed the 117, chalked up and said, here I go. Probably shouldn't have done that. Should have waited, should have got pumped. I missed the 117. I guess what I'm saying is this. Week 7, we're going to go for the 131 number 3, right hand. I think I'll get it. I actually believe I'm going to get it. Left hand, I know I'm going to get the 117. I mean, the math dictates from what we saw. Then we're going to do this, and this is what I really care. I want to make another sizable leap. So these are the 33 Racco cards that I was pinching. I was using a gripper I can't close. I can't close the 152. But I'm using these cards in between the handles, and I say, hey, if I can close it to that distance, I have an idea of how close the handles are. And I just dropped out 3 cards. Well, if I can close it here and still pinch it, I guess I'm closing it further than I thought. And if I drop a couple more cards and I can still pinch it, that's progress. I'd like to be around 28, 25 next week. And then I will come back and do the credit card. I'm annoyed I didn't credit card set that 104. I think I'm better than that. Do you pass the block every rep? I do. No, I know exactly what you're, Danny, I know what you're saying. I'm working on the skill aspect. He's asking if on every rep I pass the block through, and I do, because I'm trying to develop that talent. Passing, block, pretty sure, yeah, Jed writes about everything, man. He probably does. I would say this. There's one or two other cool, nerdy, super cool, nerdy things I want to say about grip. I have to wait till week 7. My newborn baby is upstairs crying. God, you guys might have even heard him. I promised the family a fire, and I'm running a couple minutes late. If you like this stuff, consider subscribing. Whether we're playing with fun-inch dumbbell things, doing active recovery with super hot water, or just admiring trophies and cleaning grippers, we always do something fun in the basement. Everybody's welcome. Lurk forever if you want. Never comment. Do whatever you want. I just appreciate people being here. But make no mistake about it, I would appreciate people being here next Saturday, 8 o'clock, 7:30, 8 o'clock Central, because that's when all this culmination comes in. So thank you so much, Denny. Great to grab you at the last minute. Thanks, bud. Have a great night.